conditions, you'd expect that he might have the softs as well. We don't have Bouffier's tyre choice. He reaches the split further into the stage. Bouffier is fastest at the 9.95 kilometre split. He's on 6.06, so 3 seconds quicker than Breen, who is second at that point.
Well, we didn't have Aigner's time before, but he was 17 seconds ahead of Boniface as Leandri comes through 4 seconds adrift of Aigner's time, 18.38.6. So that puts Aigner 32 seconds now ahead of Boniface. That's putting him in very good stead for the Production Cup. Let's have a listen to Jean-Mathieu Leandri.
Jean-Mathieu, comment c'était? Spécial très difficile, on avait...
How do you feel? That was very hard.
J'ai essayé de gérer une bonne partie de la spéciale parce que sinon la dernière descente ça allait être trop dur et
I tried to manage the special, but in the last downhill it was out. So I don't know if he means off the road or.
J'ai résolu mes problèmes de frein par rapport hier, donc c'est déjà un peu mieux.
And we'll see about Manzagol. So obviously Leandri keeping his eye on the people near to him. Kopecky on board in the Fab ERS 2000 on the right-hand side of your screen, Bouffier on the left. These are the two guys who are fighting it out for the victory.
And heading into this stage, of course, there were just 15 seconds between them. It really is as close as that between these two. And over the course of the 109 kilometres you'll see throughout the entirety of the day, that is not very much at all, 15 seconds. And these guys really are pushing absolutely to the limit.
It's going to be, if Bouffier can do the same job on this stage as he did on the previous one, with one more to go. They've got a remote refuel, and obviously most of these guys have got 6 tyres on board. One drive, I can see some rain on the screen there as well, which could change conditions a little bit. The only person who went with 5 tyres was Moran. Moran has gone with 5, so he's gone with 5 soft tyres, so he's only taken 1 spare, so he's not given himself the option of going for the harder compound. At the finish line, Manzagol quickest.
18.22.7, that is the fastest of all so far. So not bad at all from the Peugeot driver. And we'll have to see how he feels it, but there are some spots of rain. You can see the windscreen wipers going to work there, so it's starting to become a bit of a factor on the stage now. It's not heavy rain by any stretch of the imagination, but it's that little tipping point in between nothing and a proper shower. That's really going to put...
Psychological rain,
exactly.
Jake. I said it yesterday. It's that's what the bikers call it anyway. Not quite so hardcore for the rally drivers as it is for the bikers, but
still very off-putting.
Yes.
Là, c'était un peu mieux parce que ça s'est asséché. Ce matin, on avait un très mauvais setup sur le mouillé.
It was better.
Là, on a pu rouler un peu plus libéré, donc je suis satisfait.
I was calm and I'm satisfied. Definitely raining. So they are in reverse order.
We were looking on board with Kopecky. Now, what is that on the windscreen?
No, it's just a decal on the windscreen.
The decal, very strange position for it. I thought maybe there was something going wrong with the car there.
No, possibly a number square. In terms of running order, Bouffier is ahead of Kopecky on the road. So if it rains hard enough, that will hamper Kopecky towards the end of the stage. Obviously, the more rain that falls, the wetter it gets, the more slippery it is, and we've got Bouffier just 2 minutes up the road.
9.95. Bouffier is 3 clear ahead of Breen and Kopecky, with Sarrazin 7 down, Delacour 9 down. So there's nothing to choose practically between these 10, but crucially, in terms of the rally, Bouffier has the upper hand. Breen is keeping pace with Kopecky at this point, and that certainly makes things very entertaining going into the rally. Here's Morin. Let's see what he can do by comparison to Manzagol, who did an 18.22. Morin comes through 18.17, 5 seconds faster. That is much better.
We should expect to see the times tumble now the top drivers are coming through.
Well, Morin is certainly doing a good job here on the Rally of Corsica. Not easy when you're going up amongst the might of star names such as Sarrazin, Delacour, Kopecky, and yesterday, of course, Kubica, sadly not with us today due to a mechanical problem yesterday. Citroën were thinking of putting him in for the day just to compete for leg points, but they overturned their decision this morning, choosing to withdraw him on safety grounds.
Well, technical issue with the car, basically couldn't get the car back out, so they would definitely put him back out for more mileage if they could. It was, well, they said it was electrical or fuel, but last night they couldn't fix it at the roadside, sent engineers out, took it back to the service area and couldn't fix it there either, so that means it's something they don't want us to know about. Good tyres.
It
was dry. With the tyres, he's... Okay, with the tyres, he says it was difficult, so maybe we'll see for the next stage. So maybe then, maybe not so good with the tyres.
So the battle developing still as Bouffier and Kopecky go head-to-head on stage 8. There are 3 stages after this one that will decide the winner of the rally of 10,000 turns. And we're on board with Bouffier. Let's listen in.
Oh, bit of a moment there for Bouffier on turning as well. Just the rear end stepped out a tiny, tiny little bit.
Yeah, that could have been the very last corner of his rally.
He had a massive shunt here a couple of years ago.
Well, the sun's coming out now.
This is the thing. The weather is so changeable. Islands always have changeable weather. Look how narrow it is through here as well. Little bit of curb to take a cut. If you want to, Delacour through. Let's see if he's beaten the other times. I would expect that he will have done 18:14.6.
No surprises there at all. Delacour making good pace and keeping good time and rhythm through the stage. Really doing a good job here. 50 years of age, and he's keeping up with men 20 years younger than him.
3 seconds quicker than Moran.
Let's see what he has to say.
Comment c'était? Fantastic stage. Absolutely great, fantastic stage. In French.
Absolutely great, fantastic.
La voiture marche parfaitement bien par rapport à hier, il n'y a plus de problème et c'était vraiment extraordinaire.
The car is good.
C'était du ski.
No problem, it was fantastic.
Les pneus étaient chauds, on était en soft. Il fallait gérer, bon, on perd un peu de temps par rapport à ceux qui sont partis en hard, je pense, mais en même temps, on s'est fait plaisir.
Very, very pleased, enjoying himself. He mentioned the soft tyres as well.
We've got this combination now of sunshine and spots of rain on the camera lens, so changeable conditions here. It's not going to be the same for every minute that they run on the stage, so it could be the tipping point between one guy's perfect rally stage and the other guy's disaster.
Bouffier's got that car turning in really, really well. There's a balance between, you want it to turn in well, but you don't want the rear end to be too loose. So we were watching Sarrazin earlier on, you could see he was struggling to get the car turned in. Bouffier, that's very, very accurate on the front, but is it too loose on the rear? We'll find out at the end of the stage, both from his stage time and of course from the comments he makes. But great onboards with him last night, making big cuts in the dusk. Didn't manage to beat Kopecky. Here comes Sarrazin in the Mini. Quickest.
Very nice indeed, 18:05.
A lot quicker.
That is a massive leap from Delacour.
9 seconds off on Delacour, I think. We're still waiting for Delacour's times to appear on the timing
yes, indeed.
screen.
Yeah, Delacour 18:14.
Yeah, and 18:05. Yeah, good job.
Only 4 major runners in the starting list to cross the line: Breen, Bouffier, Kopecky and Oliveira.
Bouffier's the quickest of them at the 9.95 kilometre split. He's 3 seconds up on Kopecky and Breen's time. They're both on the same time. Stéphane Sarrazin.
Yeah, non, ça a été une bonne spéciale. C'était humide, sec, donc très piégeux.
It was a good special.
On a bien roulé. Ça glisse beaucoup, je pense que c'est
dry.
pour tout le monde. Donc voilà, j'essaie d'attaquer, de monter en rythme depuis ce matin. Mais on a encore du travail sur la voiture, mais je me fais plaisir. C'est le plus important.
Yeah, really good. It was a pleasure for me.
Yeah, he said it was a combination of wet and dry there, and he was trying to attack all the way throughout. So not bad going from Sarrazin. He certainly pulled it out, but here is the battle.
Bouffier's on it. Let's enjoy this.
This is rally driving heaven. He is dancing his way to the end of the stage. That car is perfectly set up. Not a foot wrong through the course.
Look at the mud in the road here, and some of this is where the mud has actually been swept across the road. That's not from cuts, that's from where water has run across the road. It makes an enormous difference, obviously, to the grip levels. If it was wet, the mud would get dragged down the road, but some in the road here, still some damp patches.
So Breen goes fastest, 17:54.3.
10 seconds quicker than Sarrazin.
That's mighty performance from Breen there, and of course he is on the fight back because he's trying to make up a minute.
Yeah, Sarrazin was 15 seconds in front of him, so he's now only 5 off the back. There's the damage. It was a hefty old hit at the rear. It's not just the bumper that has damaged the boot and part of the rear, and there was nothing there from a handling point of view, I don't think, but it depends if he clouted the bank on the way in. Let's hear from Craig now.
Craig, obviously the damage on the rear from the previous stage. Is the car okay? Doesn't sound very good.
No, she's a bit raspy, but yeah, we were on 2 softs and 2 hards for the first stage, which was completely the wrong choice, my decision, when we touched the bridge. So we just tried to capitalise as much as we could in that stage. The tyres are actually overheating a lot towards the end of the stage, so I had to be a little bit careful, but the other guys run softer, so wait and see what they're going to say.
There we go. So the hard tyres coming to Breen as the temperatures come up. One more stage to go on these, but not the right choice this morning, and hit a bridge. So probably quite lucky to get away with it.
Love to hear a guy as well putting his hand up and saying, look, sorry,
yeah, my decision.
I made the mistake.
Yeah, not blaming it on a weather crew or a tyre man, you know, his choice. He's a good lad, Craig.
Plenty to come from him this afternoon. Don't forget he's fighting back from having lost that minute, but there is a very strong chance now that he can climb up to 3rd position at least. And if Bouffier or Kopecky hit trouble, it could be another one. But don't forget that Kopecky has a 100% winning record this year that is in the balance, and it's this man, the local boy, who's going to try and take it away from him, and he's doing an admirable job at this point. Towards the end of the stage now. Breen did a 17.54 across the line. Bouffier has smashed it, 17.50 dead.
4.3 up, so just Kopecky to cross the line then. The gap between them was 12.3, and at the 10-kilometre mark, Kopecky is 3 seconds down on Bouffier's time.
And Bouffier has only pulled away 4.3 seconds on Breen, so Breen is really the man on the move here as a result of that fantastic stage.
Keep your eyes on the left-hand side as well. Sorry, Jake Kopecky still pushing.
Just taking a look at Bouffier. The tyre choice obviously perfect, but let's see exactly what he has to say about it. Kopecky on the left, keep an eye on him as Bouffier chats to Julian.
La spéciale s'est bien passé, ça va. Bon, j'avais mis
What's happened?
comme beaucoup de personnes à part
It was
Craig,
good.
2 pneus softs et 2 durs, ça bougeait pas mal, mais bon, j'ai essayé de bien rouler, je pense que c'est pas mal. J'espère du moins.
I put 2 soft and 2 hard tyres. And he seems very happy with that, doesn't he? There we are. So him with a decent car underneath him. Kopecky chasing that time down. He's already behind. 16.52 for Kopecky. Oh no, sorry, a minute to go. I was looking at the seconds only. 17.50. So 1 minute to go on this stage to see if Kopecky can match Bouffier's time. And whether Bouffier's going to deal him a bit of a psychological blow, and Kopecky's pushing 2.
The Skoda Motorsport driver, 4 years in a row in the ERC, the bridesmaid of the championship. This year, he is looking very much to be the favourite to step up to the plate and win the 2013 championship. He has only entered 3 of the 4 rallies this year, but crucially, he has won them all. Today, however, could be a different man's